What if I told you there's a timeless philosophy, over 2,000 years old, that holds the power to transform the way you approach life's challenges? A philosophy born in the bustling streets of ancient Greece and Rome, yet just as relevant today as it was centuries ago. Imagine having the tools to remain calm in the face of chaos, to respond to life's setbacks not with frustration or despair, but with resilience and wisdom. What if you could manage your emotions like a seasoned captain steering their ship through a storm, finding peace even amidst the most turbulent moments of life? This philosophy is called Stoicism, a practical guide for mastering the art of living. It's not just about enduring adversity, it's about thriving in its wake, finding clarity amidst confusion, and aligning your actions with your highest values. In this video, we're going to dive deep into Stoicism, breaking down 5 transformative techniques that can change the way you navigate your daily challenges. Whether you're facing stress at work, personal heartbreak, or the uncertainties of life, these principles can offer you a new perspective, a perspective rooted in calm, strength, and unwavering focus. Stay with us until the end, because what you're about to learn isn't just philosophy, it's a roadmap to a better, more balanced life. Let's get started. First, let's dive into what Stoicism is all about. Originating in ancient Greece in the 3rd century BCE, Stoicism was founded by Zeno of Citium, a merchant who, after losing his fortune in a shipwreck, sought solace in philosophy. His journey led him to create a school of thought that teaches resilience, rationality, and the pursuit of virtue. But let's clear up a common misconception. Stoicism is not about suppressing your emotions or living an emotionless life. It's not about becoming a cold, indifferent person. Instead, Stoicism is a practical philosophy, a toolkit for navigating life's challenges with wisdom and courage. The goal is to align your actions with reason and virtue, and to find peace regardless of your external circumstances. Some of the greatest minds in history, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, Seneca, a statesman and playwright, and Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, dedicated their lives to Stoicism, crafting lessons that continue to resonate thousands of years later. Why does Stoicism matter today? In a world overwhelmed by distractions, anxiety, and uncertainty, Stoicism provides a way to filter out the noise and focus on what truly matters. Think about it. We live in a time where our attention is pulled in 100 different directions: social media notifications, breaking news, and endless to-do lists. Stoicism gives us a framework to reclaim control over our minds and actions, offering clarity in the chaos. Stoicism isn't just philosophy. It's a way of life that can help anyone achieve resilience, purpose, and inner peace. 1. The dichotomy of control. One of the most foundational Stoic techniques is the dichotomy of control. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine you're stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic on your way to an important meeting. You glance at the clock. Every passing second feels like an eternity. Stress starts to build. What if I miss this meeting? Will people think I'm irresponsible? What will my boss say? Now pause for a moment and ask yourself, what's really within my control here? Can you control the traffic? No. Can you control the fact that you're running late? No. What can you control? Your mindset. You can choose to panic and let stress ruin your day, or you can choose to stay calm. Perhaps use the time to listen to an audiobook, reflect on the meeting, or even practice deep breathing. This is the essence of the dichotomy of control. Focus your energy on what you can influence and let go of what you cannot. The Stoics believe that by doing this, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Think of another common scenario. Let's say you've worked hard on a presentation for weeks, but during the big meeting, the projector fails, or someone asks a question you didn't anticipate. What's within your control? The effort you put into preparing and how you respond in the moment. What's outside your control? The malfunctioning technology or others' opinions. The dichotomy of control empowers us to stop wasting energy on things we can't change. It's not about being passive, it's about being wise with your focus. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, put it simply, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Next time life throws you a curveball, try this. Pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Shift your energy toward what you can do. By embracing this mindset, you'll not only reduce stress, but also approach challenges with clarity and strength. 2. Negative visualization. Negative visualization is one of the most transformative Stoic practices, and while it may sound unsettling at first, it's a tool designed to reduce anxiety and deepen gratitude. Here's how it works. Picture the worst-case scenario. Imagine losing something or someone you cherish, your health, your job, or even your loved ones. Now, this isn't about dwelling in fear or becoming consumed by morbid thoughts. It's about recognizing the impermanence of life and using that awareness to cherish what you have right now. Let me tell you a story. There's a woman who commutes to work every day. She's stuck in the same routine. Wake up, rush out the door, sit through endless meetings, come home and repeat. She feels unfulfilled, caught in a cycle of monotony. One day she hears about negative visualization. On her next commute, she pauses to imagine, what if this wasn't here tomorrow? What if I lost my ability to work? What if my family wasn't waiting for me at home? These thoughts jolt her into realizing how much she's been taking for granted. That night, instead of mindlessly scrolling on her phone, she spends quality time with her family, savoring their laughter and presence. By visualizing what she could lose, she found a renewed appreciation for what she had. The Stoics believed that by occasionally confronting life's impermanence, we cultivate resilience and gratitude. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, advised, "What is quite unlooked for is more crushing in its effect, and unexpectedness adds to the weight of a disaster." This is why we should have nothing that has not been the subject of thought. Negative visualization also prepares us for life's inevitable challenges. Imagine someone fearing the loss of their job. By visualizing it in advance, they not only appreciate their current position more, but also begin to mentally prepare for alternative paths, reducing the shock if it ever happens. Through this practice, we don't just savor the present. We also build the mental fortitude to face potential losses with grace and composure. So tonight, try this exercise. Take a moment to reflect on the people and things that make your life meaningful. Imagine, just briefly, a world without them. Then return to the present filled with gratitude for everything you still have. It's not grim, it's grounding. 3. The obstacle is the way. The next Stoic technique is one of the most empowering. The obstacle is the way. This principle, popularized by Ryan Holiday in his book of the same name, stems from the Stoic idea that challenges are not setbacks, they're stepping stones. Every obstacle is an opportunity for growth, and the path forward often runs straight through the difficulties we face. Here's a story to bring this to life. A young athlete dreams of making it to the national team. During tryouts, she gives it her all but doesn't make the cut. Devastated, she initially considers giving up, but instead of letting disappointment define her, she asks herself, "What can I learn from this?" She turns her failure into fuel, working harder and smarter. A year later, she not only makes the team but becomes one of its standout players. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, captured this idea perfectly when he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that our struggles are not barriers, they're blueprints for growth. Let's say you're passed over for a promotion. It stings, doesn't it? But instead of spiraling into frustration or self-doubt, you can choose to treat it as a lesson. What skills can you develop? What weaknesses can you address? Perhaps this challenge is pushing you to become an even better version of yourself. Every struggle, whether personal or professional, is an opportunity in disguise. Think of Thomas Edison. When his factory burned down, destroying years of work, he famously said, "Thank goodness all our mistakes were burned up." Now we can start fresh. That's the Stoic mindset in action. The next time you encounter a roadblock, ask yourself, how can I use this? What lesson is hidden in this struggle? Remember, the obstacle isn't blocking your way. It is the way. Conquer it, and you'll emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. 4. The power of perspective. When life feels overwhelming, take a step back and zoom out. This Stoic practice, called the power of perspective, reminds us to see the bigger picture. It's easy to get caught up in the small, stressful details of daily life, missed deadlines, arguments, or unexpected challenges. But how significant are these moments when viewed against the vast scale of time and space? Imagine this: you're stuck in traffic, late for an appointment, and your frustration is building. Now take a moment to imagine your life as a timeline stretching across decades. Will this moment of stress matter a week from now, a year, or how about 10 years from now? Likely not. This mental shift helps us regain our calm and refocus on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius practiced this often. He wrote in his journal, "Look at the cosmos. Our lives are but a fleeting moment in the grand scheme of the universe." By reminding himself of this, he was able to navigate the pressures of ruling an empire with a clear mind. Another way to apply the power of perspective is through gratitude. Instead of dwelling on what's going wrong, shift your focus to what's going right. Gratitude transforms our perception. For example, a person overwhelmed by work may feel suffocated by deadlines, but when they pause to think about the blessings their work brings, financial stability, personal growth, or the ability to provide for their loved ones, they regain a sense of purpose. Here's a simple exercise. When you feel overwhelmed, look at the sky, the stars, or the ocean, something vast. Reflect on how small your problems are in comparison. Life is fleeting, and each moment is a gift. The power of perspective grounds us, helping us face life's difficulties with grace and clarity. 5. The Serenity Prayer. The Serenity Prayer perfectly captures the essence of Stoic wisdom. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. At its core, this prayer is a distillation of the Stoic belief in focusing on what is within our control, while letting go of what is not. Let's break this down with a real-life example. Imagine you've just been given feedback at work that a project you led didn't meet expectations. It's easy to feel defensive or frustrated, but the Serenity Prayer reminds us to focus on what we can change. You can't undo the past or control how others perceive your work, but you can take responsibility for what's next. Acknowledge the feedback, use it as a learning opportunity, and act decisively to improve moving forward. By applying this mindset, they not only maintain their composure, but also turn the situation into a moment of growth. The Serenity Prayer also helps us navigate life's heavier challenges, like loss or setbacks we have no power to reverse. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means making peace with what is, so we can channel our energy toward what still can be. Stoicism teaches that wisdom lies in understanding this balance, what to let go of, and what to act on. Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned Stoic teacher, often emphasized, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." When you practice this mindset, you become unstoppable, not because life becomes easier, but because you've learned how to face it with clarity and purpose. Remember, acceptance, courage, and wisdom, these are the pillars of a Stoic life. 6. The Stoic mindset for everyday life. So, how can you begin incorporating Stoicism into your everyday life? Start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire routine overnight. Instead, think of Stoicism as a toolkit, where even small, consistent actions can lead to profound changes over time. Take journaling, for instance. Marcus Aurelius kept a personal journal where he reflected on his thoughts, challenges, and principles. You don't have to be an emperor to do the same. Each morning or evening, take a few moments to write about what's on your mind. Ask yourself, What's within my control? What challenges did I face today, and how did I respond? What am I grateful for? One woman I know started this practice after learning about Stoicism. At first it felt like a chore, but over time, she noticed a shift. She became more aware of her reactions and more intentional about how she faced challenges. For example, instead of dwelling on a rude email from a colleague, she'd write, "Can I control how they act? But I can control how I respond," with patience and professionalism. Another way to apply Stoicism is to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. The next time your patience is tested, whether it's by a traffic jam, a difficult coworker, or a crying toddler, pause and remind yourself, this is a chance to practice resilience. This is my training ground. And don't underestimate the power of gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's wrong to what's right. Each day, make it a habit to name 3 things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a sunny day, a kind word from a stranger, or the fact that you have the strength to face whatever comes your way. The Stoic mindset isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about choosing wisdom, resilience, and peace, one moment at a time. Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly. So be patient with yourself. Each small step you take toward embracing Stoic principles brings you closer to the life you want to lead. If these Stoic techniques resonated with you, consider this your invitation to take the first step. Start journaling, reflect on what you can control, practice gratitude, embrace life's challenges with an open heart and a steady mind. The journey of Stoicism is not about becoming perfect or emotionless. It's about becoming intentional. It's about living with purpose, courage, and clarity, no matter what life throws your way. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found value in these Stoic techniques, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need it. Let us know in the comments, what technique resonates with you the most? And remember, the wisdom of the Stoics is not just ancient philosophy, it's a guide to living a better life today.